college without you.
True story. I can't make this up.
What up, y'all? Nicole here, and this is a story time video about the time that I went to college with a boyfriend, but I didn't leave with one. Before we hop into this topic, though, I need you to do me a huge favor and give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell, please. I was super hesitant about doing this story time video because I am a very private person. I'm not that open like that about certain things like this, especially people that I don't know. But I wanted to do this particular video because I knew that it could help people who are in relationships right now in high school as a senior, about to head to college, not really sure if they should stay with their boyfriend or should they break up with them or whatever the case may be. And I brought it up in a previous video during the freshman survival guide, whether you should break up, I'll put it in icon above, whether you should break up with your high school sweetheart or not. So I was like, I'll do a story time video about my experience about going to college with a boyfriend, hopefully to help you out. Just to give just a little bit of background about our relationship, how we got together, different things like that. This was a guy who I had the hugest crush on. I mean, I had a crush on this one right here. This was like freshman year of high school. And the thing was, I moved around a lot. This was the first high school that I went to. But yeah, I just had when I have my eye on somebody, like I have my eye on them. Like, I want you. And eventually I'm gonna get you. We're gonna try to make this work. But he was one of those guys, you know, who I just really did, I really had a crush on. But I did move a lot. But despite me moving a lot, we stayed in touch. And for some reason during senior freaking year, oh my God, even saying that just makes me want to smack myself. Senior year, we get together after all this time. And in between freshman year and senior year, it was like we was cool, but we wasn't even hanging out like that. Like I said, I moved so much, but it wasn't like I was that far. Like, if we really wanted to hang out, we could have hung out. But the thing was, I think he had I think he was just multiple player, girlfriend thing like this. I ain't gonna say he was a player, but I just think he was just always with girls or whatever. So he was probably always in a freaking relationship. So the thing was, yeah, we got together during senior year. But get this, y'all, not the beginning of senior year, the end of senior year. In April. We graduate in June of 2012. It's April of 2012 and now we're getting together. And it's not even the fact that because it's the end of high school, it's just the fact that it's the end of freaking high school and I'm about to go to college soon. Even though I didn't technically really know if I really was gonna go to college. But I knew in my heart, you know, I'm going somewhere. So I wasn't gonna be here in this city. And the crazy thing about this was I was with somebody else before him. We really wasn't even together that long. I broke it off with him. I told him, I was like, you know what? I'm about to head to college soon in the fall. I just really don't think this is gonna work. That was the smart me, you know what I'm saying? I had common sense. That wasn't the main reason why we broke up. Kind of was. But anyway, that's a whole other different story. But I'm pretty sure he hates me right now. But the thing is that we broke up. And then after we broke up, you know, I was single. I was single for a while. And then that's when me and my ex got together. And the thing was, I was never a person to be getting into relationships with people anyway, throughout middle school, high school, whatever. Even now, I'm just not I don't be hopping from relationships to relationships. I'm just more so, I be your friend, and if you really catch my attention, really got my eye, then I'ma keep you close. But usually I'm just we can just be friends, we can get to know each other and let it grow into something beautiful. But the simple matter of fact is that we got together end of high school. When I found out, if you watch the video about how, when I first found out I was going to college, when I told him, you know, I was going or whatever like that, and I think it was the night before we were about to leave, he told me on the phone that he loved me. Red flag numero uno. First of all, this is what manipulative people do. I'm not calling him a manipulative person at all. But when somebody wants to get their way, they want to keep you close, they're going to do or say certain things, you know, to do just that. Your girl about to leave, go to college, you know what I'm saying? And you're, you know, back at home. Of course, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I love you, you know, just so I can keep her close. I'm not oblivious to that. I know what was going on. But I was like, oh my God, I'm just with this guy and I just had the hugest crush on, oh my God, I'm going to stay with him. And you stupid girl. So when he told me that, I was that's what it sounded like he said, and then he hung up the phone. He said it and then hung up. I was like, I texted him, I was like, what did you just say? And then, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll let you to or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, going off to college, whatever. In college, a lot of my friends thought we was gonna get married. Shoot, I almost thought we was finna get married. I mean, dang, as long as, it felt like we was together for a long time, but it really was just up until April 2012, and this is like down in college time, like around like, you know, August, September, when people like, oh my God, like, are y'all gonna get married or whatever? Because these are my same friends that I was during the cheer program with over the summer, and we were still together. But we were together. This was my first real, like real type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I really wasn't like getting into different relationships like that. Even with the people that I was talking to or was with for a little bit, it wasn't like a real like I love you type relationship. This one was. I actually, you know, really did care about him. Not to say I didn't care about other people, but I really cared and loved him. The learning lessons, the things that I've learned and have taken from this relationship, I've learned so much just by the things that we went through that I would take with me throughout the rest of my life, through other relationships, growing as an individual, the things that I want, the things I need to look out for, the things, you know what I'm just saying? Just like the type of person I want to be with in the future, this type of person that I want to grow, you know, to be a better version of myself to be. I just learned a lot by being in that relationship. I ain't gonna go into specifics about a lot of that stuff, but it was some learning lessons. Some of the negatives that I'll talk to y'all about was, and I know a lot of people can relate to this, you know, when you really love and care for somebody, you want the best for them. You want to see them do so many, and know they can do so many great things, but they don't want to do it for themselves. Whether it's because they don't believe in themselves, they don't have the courage or the motivation or none of that to do it. And that was one of the issues that we came across, because it was like, I'm away here in college, you're back at home, you're not going to college. Okay, cool. What do you want to do? You know, you're not working. Are you applying for jobs? Or, you know, do you want to work? Or are you going to go to the military? You know what I'm saying? Is that, like, what are you going to do? Because he did want to go to the military. I really, honestly, to this day, don't even know what exactly the real reason was, what happened behind all that stuff. But whatever, he didn't end up going to the military, and he wasn't working at the moment. And I'm just like, okay, well, I see so much potential you can do, like, but what do you want to do? Whatever it is that you want to do, like, I will be here for you, back you up, and support you in that. It could be the most wildest dream ever, like, but what do you want to do? And I will be behind you to help you get there. But if you're really just gonna sit there and be like, you don't know, or you just really don't care about going to do that, then I can't help you. You gotta be the one to want it. You know what I'm saying? I can want it all day for you, but if you don't want it for yourself, then ain't nothing I can do about it. So that was just one of the main things that I know a lot of people can relate on to that, because even with friendships and family, like, you want so much for a person, but they don't want it for themselves, and it can bug you so much, but you gotta let them be. And then the other issues that we came across that I don't mind telling y'all about is like, just not being happy anymore. And they say that relationships, when you go off to college in a relationship, it starts to fizzle off like around Thanksgiving. This one started to fizzle off around Thanksgiving, but we didn't end up breaking up until like over a year later. But it was by Thanksgiving, like April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, like 6-7 months. I was done. Like, I just mentally wasn't there anymore. And you know, when you're mentally not there in a relationship anymore, which I'm pretty sure that he wasn't mentally there in a relationship anymore, which is why I just wasn't like, we wasn't happy. Well, I wasn't that happy. But it was like, for some reason, I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll stick with you or whatever. Should have been broke up then. Here's the biggest thing that a lot of people worry about or think about, you know, when going to college in a relationship is other people. Other guys, other girls that you want to be with, or that you want to have sex with, or that you want to hop into relationships with. I kind of came across that, but not so much, because like I said, y'all, I don't be hopping from relationship to relationship. But it just seems like a lot of people want you when you're in a relationship for some reason. It's like you're more attractive when you're taken. Why is that? Freaking blows me, but it's so true. But I did have my eye on somebody else. I mean, cute, fine young thing right there. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know, I really like the characteristics and the traits, you know, that this young fella had. It was a mix of like, it was a mix of lust. It was a mix of a lot of that. It was a mix of everything that I wasn't getting from this relationship. I was fed up. And I was like, this guy got it all. Grass ain't always green on the other side. I wouldn't know, you know what I'm saying, because we ain't never went there. But in my head, it was peachy good, okay? Nothing happened, but just the mere fact that I was so infatuated with this guy, it really, I guess, it kind of just sprinkled onto our relationship, you know, and it became a problem because I was not happy with you. I just really wasn't happy. You wasn't making me happy. I felt neglected. And then this guy come around, you know, saying all the right things, you know what I'm saying, like that. Not saying that, you know, I should believe him, but I'm just like, in the moment, it's like, you know, Mr. Nice Fine Fella over here is saying all the right things, you know what I'm saying, and you're not doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? So we stayed together all the way up until January 2014. That's when I transferred schools, and the reason why we broke up, it was just an incident that happened between us. It happened, things built up over time. It was just time to break up. So we broke up, I transferred schools, and when I just go back and I look at everything that happened, it happened in the way that it was supposed to happen. Because I'm telling you, when I transferred schools, and it just felt like a new beginning, you know what I'm saying? But I went through a lot just mentally, you know, just after that relationship and during that relationship. But I do believe that most things happen for a reason, and we went through a lot. After that relationship, I went through a lot just mentally and you know, trying not to, you know, rebound and different things like that. Just going through all that type of stuff that I did go through after the relationship, it taught me a lot. I grew as a person, and I am where I am today. Ever since then, I have not been in a relationship since then. But that's not to say that I will not be in another relationship in the future, or that I'm not willing to. It's just like right now, this type of journey that I'm dealing with right now, I don't really care to. I'm so focusing on myself and my spirituality, and also really trying to understand what it is that I really want out of life. I want to be surrounded by people who believe in the same things as me, people who match my energy, you know what I'm saying? People who I can relate to, who we can, you know, build each other up. Doing this through friendships that could grow into relationships or something more, you know what I'm saying? Because having that relationship, that feeling, is not just from, you know, having a boyfriend girlfriend type thing. Like, it can be through friendships. It can grow into something more. And that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, I just wanted to open up a little bit about that situation. Like I said, y'all, and also I should mention that even throughout the relationship that we had, I was still doing, like, I wasn't one of them people who was like constantly on the phone, constantly on FaceTime, whatever, with my boyfriend back home. Like, we talked, we was cool, but like, he let me live my life. And when I say let, I don't mean like, oh, he allowed me to do that. Like, I was still partying, I was still hanging out with friends on my own terms. But when I mean let, I mean like he wasn't suffocating me, not, you know, badgering me with texts and calls and things like that. Like, it was none of that, and I really appreciate that from him. But yeah, our breakup just, you know, it just a deal breaker of mine that I just was not gonna tolerate. It happened, things that built up from over time, it led to the breakup. It is what it is. I'm good, I'm happy, and I hope that this story helps someone out there. In the comment section below, let me know, are you going to school with a boyfriend or girlfriend back home? What are some of your concerns that you may have about your boyfriend or girlfriend going off to college? Or if you are that boyfriend or girlfriend going off to college, what type of concerns do you have about your relationship? All right, let me know in the comment section below. I'm Nicole. Give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in my next video.